Good morning and welcome to Brewing Happiness. Grab a cup of your favorite brew and let's have a chat. I'm I don't know, I'm sporting a new hairstyle this morning. If you love it, it's part of my Halloween costume. I love Halloween. We're getting ready to celebrate with a party for the kids one night and a little trick-or-treating on another night. So we do Halloween big here, not outrageous decorations, but we do enjoy the costumes. My family and I do enjoy the dressing up. And I thought I'd talk about that this morning, how the fun and the interesting things you can learn by donning a crazy wig or a fun costume and using that costume like an actor to I don't know, maybe bring out, maybe explore pieces of yourself that you might be shy about tossing out there just in your normal everyday face. But something about the the big makeup, the hair, the costume that helps us feel like it's not really us. There's a freedom in taking on a persona or taking on a character and then playing with that character. And like I said, exploring different ideas, different things that you might not say, but Cruella might, right? So I know a lot of people, and like I said, in our family, we love to dress up. We don't just do it at holidays, we think, or at Halloween, we occasionally just have theme parties and everybody does their best to come as a superhero, as a bad guy, as a classic Hollywood character, I don't know, as a Saturday Night Live character. We've had as famous couples, we've had so many parties that really encourage dressing up. And what I've discovered over the years through family and friends and having many, or more than one costume party, not everyone loves it. I find some people are very intimidated, or maybe they just don't love it. Maybe they just don't like it, don't want to put on a costume, and so their efforts at costumes are minimal. But coming from a family that with a long history of great costumes efforts, I guess I know, and I've always enjoyed the benefits of putting on a crazy wig. I've always enjoyed exploring through characters, through voices, through accents, through, like I said, just becoming someone else can be very fun and freeing and let you go places that you good old conservative you might not go. And in the meantime, you might actually learn something about yourself. In the meantime, or while you're being a character or exploring these different parts of yourself or getting a little outrageous, because after all, it's not you, right? It's her. She's the one being outrageous. After you do that a little bit and you say, ah, this is kind of fun. This is a great way to try on pieces of personality um, that you might have been considering. That what's that? Oh, I could see hair here. Oh, check it out. I only put it on quickly this morning. You might enjoy, anyway, you might try out pieces that you've been considering. Maybe there's someone who you watch on television or someone that you know that you truly admire, and they have a freedom of spirit or a way of expressing themselves, or an attitude that you really like, and you'd really maybe even enjoy, and yet just throwing it out there cold, taking on a personality change, trying something outrageous, cold might seem a little scary. People might wonder, what's the matter with you? What's wrong with you? Why are you acting like this? Nobody likes that, right? But when we put on a costume, when we put on a disguise, when we change our outward appearance a little bit or put on a mask, it gives us the freedom, the the courage to bridge that, right? It gives us the courage to step outside ourselves and try out some new ideas or throw out some things that maybe you would never say ever, but your character might. Anyway, I don't know. It's a lot of fun to dress up and take on a new personality. It's a way to maybe say something you wanted to say but couldn't say it. But somehow your character can. I don't know. I find that with with the a full-on character or with a little change, put on a wig, put on a mask, put on a costume, that you're different. You just feel different. You get a chance. You're behind a mask. You feel like, oh, they can't see me, so I have the kind of like being on the internet, right? The opportunity to uh, throw something out. Well, this is not a good thing, right? I don't want to encourage this on the internet. We do not want to use that anonymity for evil. We want to use it for good. But I do think that the analogy works, right? That the freedom, the anonymity of being behind a costume or a disguise can be really fun. It can really change your perspective. Maybe when you really get into it, what I find is sometimes when you get into it, things slip out that you didn't even know were inside of you. Good morning, Joanne. Sometimes when you're in a character mode, you can actually, the freedom, the 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 fact that it's not you, right? The fact that you're coming from a different place as a character or in a disguise or in a costume, sometimes might find yourself saying things or doing things that you didn't even know were in you, that you didn't even know wanted to come out. Again, uh, dressing up is a little bit of it takes a little courage. First of all, it takes a little courage just to don a crazy wig, just to get out there. Kim Newkirk, hello. Going to the Halloween party Saturday night, excited to dress up. What are you going as? Guess who I'm going to be? I'm so excited about Cruella de Vil. I have the full costume. I only wore the wig this morning, but oh my gosh, so excited about the Cruella de Vil costume. Kim, what will you be? Again, sometimes it does take a little courage to be silly, to be crazy, to be outside the norm. Most people don't put their wig on and walk and go to the grocery store. I do sometimes. You know why? I like it. I like to attract attention. I like to get people talking. I like to get them looking at me like, "Arr," and then you can throw out some crazy thing and everybody laughs and it's really a fun moment. Other people enjoy it when you entertain them, if that's in you. I'm not suggesting if that's not part of who you are that you take that on, but if that's in you, oh my gosh, so much fun. So much fun to do something outrageous where other people can see you and talk to you. Uh, I'm going to, uh, let's see, I'm going to go as an old house lady. I love it. I love it. The idea, we love characters at our house and just dressing up. And I have to say, the planning of, the talking about, the gathering up of the pieces, um, uh, dressing up is simple. I know a lot of people are afraid of it because they think that it takes, you got to go out and buy the $100 costume, right? You got to go out and get the full on, every detail has to be right. But here's the thing about costumes, it's not true. The thing to make a great costume is it's about a couple of iconic accessories that just give away, let everyone know that Cruella de Vil. If I honestly, if I did wore nothing else and just wore the Cruella de Vil wig, it's iconic, right? Everyone would know who I am. I could just wear this wig and go out and have a lot of fun like that. But it doesn't. It, of course, I have the full costume, but it doesn't really require the full costume to pull it off. And Kim says she's going as an old house lady. Man, you get you an old robe, you put a couple of curlers in your hair, and you got a costume, right? I bought, you know what I bought this year for Halloween? It's so fun. I bought a black robe. It's got a big hood. I almost wore that this morning instead, but it's kind of the Grim Reaper. I thought I never needed a Halloween costume ever the rest of my life with this thing. I can add vampire teeth and go as a vampire. I could add a scythe and go as the Grim Reaper. I could add a hat and go as a witch. I could throw out the girls and go as Elvira, right? There's just no end to the costumes that I can make out of one, or that we can make, or that you can make out of one black robe. Anyway, I guess what I wanted to say this morning is don't be afraid. Don't let your insecurities of not being, of being laughed at or being different, or Joanne says, I might go as, oh, Joanne, that's not true at all, dress up. But a hat and a broom is all you need, right? That's the whole idea is you are not a witch, but I'm telling you, you don't need the full-on thing. But I want to encourage you to have to have the fun, to do the exploration of putting on a costume and letting yourself feel the freedom to explore other parts of your personality. Got a broom under the stairs. Oh, you are ready. I love the witch costume. It's my favorite. A couple years ago, I went as an 80s witch. I dressed up in 80s clothes as a witch. I know, crazy, right? Costumes don't have to be someone anyone's ever heard of. The grandkids are all crazy for the characters in their shows. Some of them are coming as anime characters. They look adorable, but I'm going to tell you, I never heard of who they are. I have no clue. They know, though, and it is so fun for them to see. It's fun for the kids in our family because they see the adults dress up and have fun dressing up, and so they feel kind of they kind of feel like they're in it too, right? So the message I have for you is don't is don't be afraid to be crazy. Don't be afraid to. This is the time. If you're ever going to take a time to be crazy, if you're ever going to step outside your personality, if you're ever going to try and take on a persona that's not your own just to see how it feels and see how far you can take it, wearing a costume is definitely the time to do that. And Halloween is the moment for that. I am thinking that short skirt, tights, possibly red lip. I love it. I love it. I love it. So here, I'll give you a clue. I did a short skirted witch one year and went to the store, if you can find them, and got some striped tights, green and black striped tights. One iconic thing, and your whole costume, boom, goes to the next level. Without it, you look fantastic. You don't need the stripes because costumes, like I said, costumes aren't about you. You're not in a movie, right? You don't have to be perfect. A costume doesn't need to have every element that you could have. Got a fancy dress shop around the corner. I'm telling you, the striped tight. I'm sorry about pointing the finger. How rude is that? The striped tights are everything. Honestly, the witch is kind of my go-to. If I don't do a big character each year, the witch is kind of my go-to. But most Halloweens, I have more than one costume. I have one for the party, one for trick-or-treating. And if I go to more than one party, I might have two costumes. Of course, it depends on how great the costume is. When I have a really great costume, you just want to wear it everything. Oh, yes, and get a photo, absolutely. Well, I am so looking forward to photos, so I'm going to encourage you. Take a picture, put it out there, show everybody how crazy and outrageous you can be. Show them that you're not afraid to show parts of yourself that maybe the rest of the year you keep hidden, but on these days when you're donning the wig, when you're getting crazy and going full on in the costume, that you can do it. You can experiment. You can step out. You can, like I said, toss things out there and see where they land. And if they don't land well, you just laugh and say, whatever. You're in costume. It's an act. It's fun. So that's my talk for today. It's a little short today. I'm busy the next couple of days. We got a big Halloween party tomorrow night. Bad guys. The theme is bad guys. So this is my bad guy costume, is Cruella. Like I said, this is the only thing I bought. No, I bought red gloves too. Everything else for the costume is stuff I already had in my closet. Go shop it in your closet. You'd be surprised what you have that you can turn into a costume. Again, think of how you identify your character. Have a great weekend, you too, Kim. Everybody have a wonderful weekend. Enjoy Halloween. Stretch it out. It's such a fun holiday. It's such a, other than getting a good costume, it's such a low pressure holiday. And it's just made for fun. I guess the other part I want to talk about, long as I have you all here, is the dark side, right? That Halloween is let's just go there. Halloween is the holiday of the dark spirits. Witchcraft, some things that we are maybe warned against, inviting in evil spirits. I'm not going to get too much into it other than to say, be careful. You are who you are, and you throw on and I'm advising you to throw on a costume and become another person, but you're still you. Still got your values, right? Still know that it's a game. Sometimes, let's talk about that tomorrow. We'll have a little chat about that tomorrow. Exploring the dark side, right? Of us. Each of us has a dark side. Each of us has a side we have the okay, everything's backward. Okay, I'm just gonna say let's start over because everything's backward in the camera. We have our good side and our bad side. We have our bright side and our dark side. We have the side that we show to the world who we want to be, and the side we keep hidden because we don't want anyone to see it. Oh my gosh, this wig is so good for analogies, huh? Anyway, that's what we're going to talk about tomorrow. The dark side of the spirits, the dark side of us, and how we manage. And I mean, me personally, I'm the queen of happiness. I don't even want to admit I have a dark side. I don't even like thinking about that side of me, but it's there. It's there a lot. And that's because we're all of it, right? That's because we're all of it. And you can say, I only like this side. Okay, I'm having trouble with my camera because I can't figure this out. There we go. I only want to show the world this side, but down inside, I got this side. But deep inside, I'm hiding this from the world. Let's talk about how we integrate that, how we love it, how we accept those parts of ourselves that, oh, whoops, wrong sign again. How we accept those dark sides of ourselves, how we integrate them, how we love them, how we can take the parts of ourselves that we don't like, maybe we're not proud of, maybe we don't want to show the world. Maybe we don't want to show the world how some days we just need to lay in bed under the covers and watch bad TV all day and feel sorry for ourselves. And that's not something you're proud of. So you want to share, but it's part of you. It's something you do. It's there. How does that get incorporated into all of this? Isn't that a great topic? That's our topic tomorrow. I'm going to do a little preparation on that. In the meantime, thinking about you, Halloween, and your awesome costumes. Can't wait to see pictures. I'm going to post my pictures on Monday, and I'll be inviting all of you to post your Halloween pictures so we can just celebrate that stepping into a different face, stepping into a different character, just for a couple of hours, just for fun, just to see what happens. Thanks for watching. Brewing Happiness coming to you. Let's see what do we got going on here. Oh, I managed to do 20 minutes today on nothing. On nothing but putting on your costume and having fun. Putting on your costume and letting loose. Seeing who's there. Seeing who lives underneath this wig. In my head, in all that chatter, who else is in there with me? I guarantee you there's a couple of characters in there with you. Let them out. Let them free. See what happens. Anyway, until tomorrow, Freedom Friday, we're going to talk about the freedom to have a dark side. I love it. I love it. Okay, until tomorrow, make it a happy day.